controlled by Gray. Darius Gray goes up strong.
Roberts going deep on the first play, has Sharon Johnson.
Finds Cosby in the corner, his three-pointer. It's good!
In the quadruple coverage, Jaden Brown came down with that football.
In the corner, Burnett, three-pointer. Bang!
Burnett, his three is good.
Brown gets a screen from Gregory, gets in the lane. Blocked by Gray!
Hello and welcome to STC TV. Even from up in the hills of Happy Valley, you could feel the tension, the excitement, and the animosity rising in the week before this game. St. Christopher's and Trinity add another chapter to their storied rivalry. I'm Edison Palumbi alongside Chip Tarkenton. It is so good to be back with all of you here on this Friday night. This crowd has been ready since 4 o'clock when they kicked off on Massey, and we have a great game coming up for you guys here.
Should be, absolutely. 6-0 for Trinity. The Saints are 5-2. It's always been a good battle. We expect that tonight.
Yeah, this game last year came down to the final few plays. The Saints fell just short with an interception in the red zone to end it, but they are more than capable of reversing that result tonight. This team is ready to go. Trinity comes into this game 6-0. St. Christopher's 5-2. This will be a great hour of football here on Knowles Field.
It absolutely was a great night. Beautiful weather here. Stands are nice and filled, and it continues to have folks come in. You've got 2 of the 3 TV stations here to take video. I mean, it's going to be a big night.
62 degrees at the moment here in Richmond, Virginia, with a cloudless sky overlooking the campus of St. Christopher's. Should be a great one.
Should be. You know, it's good to have you back. We've talked about this for quite a few years to do this together, so who knows what it's going to sound like.
I'm very happy we could finally make it work.
You're going to do great.
Thank you. We are almost ready to go here. We'll be back for kickoff in just a moment. Trinity won the toss. They elected to defer. Evan Goldschmidt to kick it away for the Titans. J.J. Tidwell and Jerron Johnson back to receive for the Saints. And we are off here at Knowles Field. A squib kick fielded around the 25. This return bounced to the outside. Slipping through tackles is Hugh Mack, and he'll be out around the 35. So pretty good starting field position for Chase Roberts in this St. Christopher's offense.
Defense for Trinity has only allowed 61 points in their first 6 contests, so tough defense. Saints got to get it going early, get it happening a lot, so it cause a lot of problems for Trinity's defense.
Yeah, the Saints, if they want to win this game, they're going to need to score more than the 10.17 points that Trinity is allowing. And the first play from scrimmage here comes from the 35. Roberts gives it, and not much there. Aiden White wrapped up, maybe at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a loss of 1. So a 2nd and 10 here. Saints have White and Lance Cleland in the backfield. Somebody jumped. And that's going to be offside. So 5 free yards for the Saints.
Boehm had to stop on the first play, and then he got a little excited, jumped off sides.
Yeah, so
gives
it right back. It'll be 2nd and 5.5.
important this first possession because Trinity did not have a game last week. So sometimes you have that week off, a little more difficult to get it going.
Yeah.
Takes a few series to get going. So St. Christopher's really needs to get on the board this first time.
Roberts on his first drop back in the night. He's looking long towards Tidwell, and it's incomplete. Saints wanted a flag. I don't think the case there was great. Good coverage from Josiah Walker.
Good pass that time, just couldn't connect with it, and that brings up a big third down. And you know, with field position right now, depends on what you do on this play. If you get it close enough, you might think about going for it on fourth down early.
Yeah, I think we'll know what the thought process is depending on whether they run the ball or not. If you run the ball, look for 3 or 4 yards, then I think you're probably trying to go for it on fourth. If you go to the air, the thought process would probably be punted away. But Cleland and White in the backfield again. Roberts on the drop back, has time, flips it to the outside. Nobody's there. Miscommunication with Jerron Johnson. So a 3 and out for the Saints on their first set. It'll be William Sterling to punt it away for the Saints. This kid has a missile launcher for a leg, averaging about 35 yards on his punts with a long of 55. Sterling gets it away and didn't get all of that one. It'll bounce out around the 35. So Trinity will start their drive right about where the Saints started theirs.
Have been kicking that a little bit away from the return man there. That's Davion Brown, because you don't want him to get going.
Yeah.
He got wide open field. He's off to the races in a hurry.
Davion Brown just decommitted from Penn State in wake of the firing of James Franklin. And he is a very talented player. The Saints need to do everything they can to keep the ball out of his hands. It's Bowen Ireland lined up on him right now, but Austin Robinson above him shadowing. And flags fly. That'll be against the Titans, a false start. So they'll be behind the sticks, looking at a 1st and 15.
It's one of those things we were talking about a moment ago, Edison, that if you've had a week off, you're not used to the lights again, you're not used to the run into plays like you do during the practice sessions, and just somebody got a little anxious, so that helps out the defense. It's that 1st and 15, a little easier than 1st and 10.
Most certainly. It's Deacon Scogan under center for the Titans. Carson Parks in the backfield. He got it before the penalty, that was. And he gets it here, finds a bit of a hole, gets back what they lost, and maybe a yard or two more.
Yeah, Parks has been a big rusher all year long. He's averaging almost 109 yards per game. He's got 11 touchdowns on the season, too.
Timeout on the field. The refs are going to discuss something. I didn't see any extracurriculars after the play.
And there's not a flag on the field.
Yeah, unsure what this is about. Whatever it was, doesn't appear to be that much. As they'll play on. So a 2nd and 7 from the 38. Scogan under center. Gives it off to Parks again, and he has a couple more yards. Close to a 1st down. We'll see if he got there, and he did. So a 1st down. Carson Parks, 2 for 15 on the ground so far.
He does a good job of finding the hole, and St. Chris is going to have to cut him off before he gets running downhill.
Yeah, you know, I think part of his game plan is run away from number 74.
Most people, if they're smart, do run away from number 74.
Darius Gray lined up on the edge, going after Scogan's blind side. And this time Scogan drops back. And Darius Gray drops him in the backfield. Tried to take off up the middle. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll call it a loss of 1.
That's the 45th tackle for Darius this year. But you can almost call that a sack, too, to a degree.
Yeah.
Can't hardly give it to him, but that's close enough.
And some movement up front, but not enough to warrant an encroachment. So 2nd and 11 from the 45. Outside handoff to Parks. And this one doesn't go as far. Maybe gets 2 or 3. And you know the difference between that run and his other 2. He did not run away from number 74 that time, but it was number 54, Drew Pendlebury, who actually brought him down. But when you're running towards Darius Gray, that's 2 offensive linemen most likely who are going to be having their attention on him.
And if you're St. Christopher's, that's what you want to have. If they've got a double team Darius, somebody's got to be free and can make a stop. Big 3rd down right here.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 from the 48-yard line. The Titans need the 44.
You like how they moved Darius right on the center, right on this play.
Scogan dropping back, looking long for Brown. Can't haul it in. Just a step away from what would have been a big play, but the Trinity offense will come off the field.
Brown almost had offensive interference there because he was holding off the defender from St. Christopher's.
I think both players kind of had the hands in there. I think that was a very good no call.
I agree. But he was close.
Yeah, if it was only one of them getting their hands in there, I think it would have been a pass interference either way. But since it was both of them, just let them play. And the punt is away. It's a skied, not very deep. It'll roll. It's a very nice roll for the Titans. A flag is out. I'm not sure who it's against. Both teams complaining to the refs, so it doesn't really help me there.
Well, it was a late flag. A couple of those guys in the middle of the field were kind of wrestling a little bit on the ground, so I think it's going to go against St. Christopher's.
It was a holding on the Saints, so. They'll get half the distance to the goal. They'll be moved from the 12 to about the 6. St. Christopher's pinned deep in their own territory here with 7:44 to go in this first period of play. We'll start it from the 6. Trips left for the Saints with White in the backfield. Roberts dropping back, quick out to Tidwell, can't connect.
A little quick getting that pass off and wasn't quiet in the area, wanted to throw the ball too. Second possession for the Saints. First did not go as well as they'd hoped. Trinity had a short drive before they had to kick it away back to the Saints.
Yeah, it's important here for them to at least move the chains a little bit so you're not punting from the back of your own end zone. Trinity showing a blitz. Same formation for the Saints. Roberts, a design QB run, bounces it to the right. He has some yardage, about 8 there for Chase Roberts. And gets the Saints out of the shadow of their own end zone, gets them a lot closer to a fresh set of downs.
Nice job of feeling that out. Roberts did a nice job of finding that outside, like you said, and cutting it up. And 3rd and doable, as we call it.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 was what they'll officially call it. They're on the 14. They need the 16.
And man covers on both the receivers on this side of the field, too.
3rd and 2. Roberts, another design QB run. Goes to the right side again, and he has a first down. And he's still up, but blown down, you know. We've seen that play a couple of times before the quarterback gets tackled, rolls over on a defender, never actually touches the ground. So smart thinking by Roberts there to get up and start running. But
till they blow the whistle and tell you to stop, just keep going.
Exactly.
Just keep going. Good job by the St. Chris offensive line there. Made some good holes. Opened up some lanes.
Now it's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to White, cuts it back. Aiden White slipping through tacklers. A solid 1st down gain of 4 or so. We'll call it a 2nd and 5 from the 26.
White came into the game with 603 yards rushing, and he's 86 yards per game on the ground. Those are pretty good numbers.
Yeah, most certainly. Second and 5, Roberts, quick pass out to Jerron Johnson. Makes a man miss, but can't stay up. Loses about half a yard. It'll bring up another big 3rd down.
Might have been a little of the dew that was getting on that turf. So it looked like he had a little slip and slide with it, making the cut.
Yeah.
Welcome to October in Virginia.
Yep. So another big 3rd down here for the Saints. They are 1 for 2 on 3rd downs this game. The Trinity away fans getting loud. Roberts dropping back and nearly picked off a dangerous pass towards White. He had Tidwell open down the field, but didn't see him, and the Saints will bring on the punt unit.
The good thing is the Saints moved the ball out from their own 6-yard line
Yes.
to give some room, and now you can kick it away and try to get some flip of the field. See if he angles this one again like he did that first one away from return man.
Yeah, I don't think they want Davion Brown getting the ball in the open field.
No.
So good chance this one will be headed towards the sideline. Sterling gets it away, and it is headed towards the sideline. Not as much distance on this one. It'll be out around the 47.
And mark it right at midfield, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a generous spot there, but the Saints will take it.
Well, both teams trying to find the offense right now. Nobody has really put together anything longer than 6 plays before having to punt it back, which tells you both teams are off to a pretty good start as far as the defensive sides.
It's true. So from right at midfield, the ball spotted on the bottom of the fleur-de-lis. Trinity will take over for their 2nd set. Scogan gives it to Parks, runs into a wall but bounces off. Turned what looked like a sure loss of yardage into 5.
Yeah, he ran into a red wall and just bounced and found a hole and picked
how
up
he got away.
Wow.
Impressive there.
Yeah. That offensive line has got a lot of height and a lot of weight, and he gets lost kind of in the line. It's hard to find him going in the line.
Hands it off again, right up the middle, and he will be very close to a 1st down, and he's going to get there. Kept the feet churning. You know, you mentioned how Parks can get lost in between the offensive linemen. Someone on the other side of the ball that the Saints are going to be dearly missing tonight is Walker Turley, out with a foot injury, and he would have a major impact on this game. So that's a tough loss for St. Christopher's. And movement at the line of scrimmage, but the Saints, never mind. I take that back. A flag did come out, and they'll call an offsides. So 1st and 5 now for the Titans inside the Saints' 40-yard line.
That's the one thing as a defense you never want to try to do. Make it 1st and 5 rather than that 1st and 10, because you're kind of giving that 5 yards and an extra snap with that, really.
Yeah. So 1st and 5 now from the 39-yard line. They give it to Parks again, bounces it outside. He has some space, but it closes up quickly. A horde of Saints in there, and he is dragged down.
Parks again on the carry. Johnson and Brandon on the stop.
Colin Johnson and E.B. Brandon, the two in on that tackle.
Well, the officials had a little trouble where the line was. You can see the down marker was laying right on it.
So they give him the first.
Line. Yeah.
So from the 28 now. Now whistle's blowing.
Yeah, Trinity's taking a timeout.
Yep, so we'll be back after this timeout.
McCoy's favorite teacher is John Green. My least favorite teacher is John Green. I would say Dr. C. Dr. C.
I would say Miss Ray.
Okay.
Miss Ray.
Okay, that's a good shout.
My favorite teacher of all time is Mr. Knight, Algebra 2. I just felt like he really connected with each person in the class.
Favorite teacher, Mr. McGuire. It's my day one, honors biology. Love that class. He first sparked my interest. He helped kindle that, and that led me to taking AP Bio and wanting to pursue that as a career.
Favorite teacher, class and why? I really liked Mr. Toon's World Cultures History class. I think it was a pretty interesting class.
Hey, gotta go with J. Tom. Made me actually like history for once.
My favorite teacher?
10 from the 28. Scogan, play fake. Pass complete to Deuce Mason, and he has nowhere to go. Dropped by Finn Walter.
Mason's another one of those guys, if you get him the football, he's got 3 touchdowns on the year, so he can catch it and go. Good defense, though, by the Saints on that play.
You see the Saints. Well, actually, you might not see it. But the Saints at what would be the bottom of your screen, doubling Davion Brown. They'll give it to Parks, and he has nowhere to go. Dragged down. And that's Walter again. 2 big tackles near the line of scrimmage for Finn Walter. It'll set up a 3rd and long for the Titans.
Finn comes up in a hurry from his defensive back position.
I don't know where he came from.
When he sees folks running, he's running up.
Just was near the top of the play and then somehow ended up near the ball. I don't know how, but the Saints will take it.
He smells it out. He really does. It's another one of those big 3rd downs, because if you can hold to a field goal or nothing, you're a whole lot better off right now.
3rd and 9 from the 27. Handoff up the gut. And he's dropped around the 25. That was Elijah Brandon with the tackle. So it'll set up what would at the moment be about, well, they'll give him the 23. So it'll be 4th and 4. Trinity will opt to go for it instead of taking a 40-yard field goal. Time winding down in this first quarter. We're now under a minute. And the biggest play of this young game. We'll see if Trinity even snaps the ball here. Scogan in the gun. And they do snap it. Dropping back, looking, flag flies. Pass is complete. So at the moment, Trinity has a 1st down. But is it coming back? And they'll be moving back 5. It was a false start.
Legal procedure was moving. There was some movement on that offensive line. Just wasn't sure how much movement.
So now it sets up a more difficult decision. Obviously, you're out of field goal range, as if you're not kicking from 40, you're not kicking from 45. But it's a much longer fourth down, right back to a 4th and 9. They will leave the offense on the field once again. So the Titans make it more difficult for themselves, but they'll once again go for it on 4th down. Scogan, low snap, drops back, pressure incoming, heaves it to the end zone, incomplete. The Saints defense holds on 4th down, and they'll get the ball at their own 27. That was Darius Gray getting in there and disrupting the throw from Scogan, had a hand in his face, and he just launched it towards the end zone, hoping a man was there. There was nobody close.
Well, the one thing he didn't want to do was throw an interception then. He just wanted to get rid of it. So he made a smart play. The pressure came a little late, but the coverage was really good by the secondary.
Yeah, they had two receivers that looked like they were on post routes out of the corner of my eye.
Yep.
Neither of them were even close to open.
I think the two of them also got out making their post and kind of ran too close together, which helped the secondary.
They both kind of ran a deeper post when one of them probably should have cut sooner. But that's neither here nor there. The Saints take over with 29 seconds to go from the 27. Aiden White gets nowhere.
Aiden White on the carry. Not much there.
They don't need to run another play until the second quarter if they want to.
Doesn't appear they will.
No.
Chase Roberts walking off towards the sideline right now. And that'll do it here from the first quarter. We're still scoreless after one. 0-0 going into the second quarter. We'll be back after some quick commercials. I take that back. We have an interview from Hill Butler. And Hill's going to be with Coach Whitlow.
Scoreless game here at Knowles Field. So, Coach, coming to this game, Trinity 6-0, a big rivalry game within the prep week. How do you prepare for a game like this?
They had a really, really good week of practice. They worked really hard this week. All you can do is watch film and do the best you can, but so far it looks like we're doing very well.
Yes, it's still a scoreless game, as I said. Defense has been good. How do you get the offense going here?
I wish I knew that. I'd go out there and do it myself. I don't have any idea, but I think they'll catch on. They'll get it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man.
Welcome back to the second quarter. Saints have it, 2nd and 9 from the 28. Roberts, play fake, looking, and out of the reach of J.J. Tidwell. He wanted a flag, but not going to get it.
A couple of shots that J.J. just have not connected just yet. Close, but not on target.
I think Roberts needs to start waiting for the play to develop a little more. That's the second time we've seen him target Tidwell where it feels like he's just thrown the ball half a second too early. He just needs to trust his offensive line that they'll give him the time and trust that his receiver will get open downfield. So now another big third down here. This one from the 28. The Saints need the 37. Roberts hands it off to Cleland up the middle, and he'll go down after about 5. And a bold call here from Coach Cleland. The Saints will leave the offense on the field. 4th and 3. And they snap it. Exact same play. Cleland again powering forward. Keeping the legs churning. He's got a first. The initial contact would have had the Saints turning it over on downs, but he just would not go down.
That was something to watch.
And that's how you energize the offense.
Came over and started enticing the crowd to get a little loud.
Yeah, the Saints, their offenses needed some energy in it. Looked a bit slow to come out. Maybe that's the play they need.
Yeah, Lance provides it with 2 runs. First down, move the chains.
Roberts, a 3rd run in a row. This one for White, breaking off more tackles. And he somehow turns that into 6 yards.
Offensive line doing a nice job right now.
Yeah, one key for the Saints is they want to try to keep the Trinity defense on the field as long as possible. You know, I've seen this the last couple weeks, unfortunately, with Penn State, but no matter how talented the defense is, if they're out there for 75% of the game, they're not going to get many stops.
Especially by the 4th quarter. It's a lot tougher.
So,
Play a lot of snaps. It gets tough.
And another run here. White goes right back up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Mouth guard goes flying. White gains about half a yard. And it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, you may have tried to lull Trinity to sleep just a little bit here. May look at a quick pass, because if you've been going for it on 4th down a moment ago, 4th and 2 would be the same kind of deal.
Yeah, this is a spot where I think if you throw an incompletion, you definitely would see the offense stay out there. We'll see if they do go to the air here on a big 3rd and 2, and we might have to wait for that, as a timeout will be taken.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Saints. Their first for the first half.
First quarter stats kind of interesting. Titans had 12 plays for 41 yards. St. Chris 10 for 20 yards. Net 9 for 40 for rushing for the Titans, 5 for 20 for the Saints. Time of possession was 7:14 for Trinity, only 4:46 for St. Chris. So that's a little surprising there, because you thought some of those drives started eating a little clock. But
I guess they did go 3 and out on the first time they had it. So
they did. So far on the tackles, EB Elijah Brandon's got 4 tackles already to start the game for St. Chris. Finn Walter, he's got 3 trailing up second in that. Nobody for Trinity has more than 1. They've got 4 folks with 1 tackle.
The Saints passing game has struggled so far this game. They're 1 for 6 with the only completion not gaining them any yards. But this is a chance for them to take a shot here on a 3rd and short from midfield. They'll snap it from the heart of the fleur-de-lis. Roberts keeps it himself, looking for room, finds some, has a 1st and more. Chase Roberts up to the Trinity 44. The first time all game the Saints have had it in the opponent's territory. And some good work here to just keep milking the clock, keep these Trinity defenders on the field. And, you know, that'll pay dividends now and later in the game.
That was a good gain, and that adds to Chase at 15 yards in the first quarter. Add that to it, he's moving some numbers up.
You know, it's more valuable than just 15 yards. All of his runs have came on big downs.
Absolutely.
That's the second time we've seen him convert a 3rd down with his legs.
And he set up one earlier, a big play on 2nd down that got him a chance to get the 1st down.
And
jump off sides, yeah.
They did. So if you want to take a shot, now's the time to do it on a 1st and 5.
And you've been running the ball so well, why not take one right now? It's always a chance.
You've got 2 explosive receivers out there, and J.J. Tidwell and Jerron Johnson. They'll both be playing D1 football next year. Tidwell at VMI. Johnson hasn't decided yet, but he's got offers from schools like Penn State. And he's one-on-one with a linebacker right now. And they do look to the air. They do go deep. Looking for Johnson, but I think he might have lost it in the lights. I don't know if he would have gotten there anyways.
I'm not sure that Tidwell wasn't kind of bumped. It got off his route a little bit after Roberts put the ball up in the air. Not interference, but I think he just kind of got bumped to where he couldn't. He might have been the intended receiver there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A lot of clock has been running on this drive. He took over this possession 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter and running it down like crazy right now.
So 2nd and 5. White powers forward. It's got a first.
That's why that pass didn't hurt earlier, because it made you their defensive backs and linebackers think, well, they can throw it deep.
Yeah.
So that sets that up really nicely.
It's been a long drive so far, about 4.5 minutes up to this point. And the handoff to White, bouncing it outside, and he's dragged down in the backfield. That is a very nice tackle by Kyan Montgomery.
That's one of the first times the Saints have tried to go out wide all night.
Yeah.
And pretty good pursuit by Trinity there to bring it down for a loss.
I believe the only other runs to the outside so far this game have been by Roberts. I think every time White's gotten it, at least initially, he's started to go up the middle. There's been a couple he's bounced, but I think that was his first one that was designed for him to go outside. So now the Saints behind the sticks here. They need about a first down in order to get in field goal range for William Sterling. Roberts, play fake, pass complete out to Nate Roberts, and they will get that first down. But I think they've got their eyes set on bigger and better things than just a William Sterling field goal with how this drive is materialized.
Well, he set that up really nicely, and a good job by Roberts connecting on the pass. I mean, he threw it right there. They're going to mark him just short of the first down, but that was set up so well. An outstanding play.
So we'll see what the Saints do here.
You got 2 shots at it if you want to take it.
Yeah.
You don't get it on 3rd down.
Trinity has everyone in the box. They fake it. They fake it twice, and Roberts falls forward for a first. They even fooled me up here. I thought I saw the fake to White, but then I thought it was going to Cleland. You know, if you fool the commentators, you're going to fool the linebackers. So good play design there by the Saints. Good decision by Roberts to keep it. And the Saints are now just on the brink of the red zone. They have it at about the 20.5-yard line.
Well, those linebackers are just coming downhill, full speed. So you're right. If you can get a couple of fakes in there, you usually get it open up. Roberts had it open up.
From just outside the red zone, White gets it, bounces it outside, and stays on his feet. Eats a big hit at the end of the play, gets about 2.5. And this drive just keeps bleeding off clock. It's been 6 minutes since Trinity's seen the ball, and it's going to be a bit longer.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do if you're the Saints. Limit the amount of possessions in this game. Tire out that defense.
The offense is very explosive.
Yeah. Once those Trinity linebackers and DBs start to tire out, maybe you see them take that shot deep for Jerron Johnson or J.J. Tidwell. Roberts drops back, flips it out to White. He's got some room, waits for his blockers, and that's a very nice tackle there. Trey Cherry got him by the ankles and prevented what would have most likely been a first down, maybe a touchdown.
He did. He made an outstanding play.
He dove through a blocker to get there as well. That was a phenomenal play by Cherry.
There was a lot of room, like you said.
And that's a play that could end up having a major impact on the end of this game if the Saints can't convert here, because that was almost surely going to be a first down, and then they've got it inside the 10 at 1st and goal, but now they're staring at a 3rd and 8.
7+ minutes on this drive.
A big 3rd down here. The Saints looking for 6. Roberts flips it off, and nothing doing. That's Colin Johnson there, dropped immediately. So that was Davion Brown with the tackle. It'll bring out Sterling. The ball on the 20. This is from 37.
It's 3 of 6 with field goals this year.
But those misses have generally been from very deep. So from 37, William Sterling, kick is up and good. If you put a string in the middle of the goalpost, William Sterling would have hit it right down the middle.
He's 3 of 3 from 30 to 39.
Yeah.
Now he's 4 of 4 right now. That was a great kick.
Yeah. Most of those misses have came from over 40, which that's a tough ask, even though his max range is around 45. So the Saints strike first, 3-0, and that drive took 8 minutes off the clock.
75-yard drive. They started their own 25. It was 27 seconds to go in the first quarter.
16 plays, 53 yards there for the Saints.
That's what I had was 16. 16 plays. Great job.
And, you know, the Trinity defense, they're going to be feeling that drive at the end of this game. That was a long physical drive by the Saints. They just kept running the ball up the middle. Those are the types of drives that, you know, if the defense loses half a step at the end of the game, that's what you go and look back on. So Sterling to kick it away for the first time now. And Davion Brown was the one all the way back. The Saints obviously did not want him getting it. It'll be Mason Love who does, and he's dropped around the 39.
I think that's great coaching there. You don't want Brown to get it when he's catching it and going full speed going forward. He can run. He's tough to bring down.
He most certainly is. So Trinity will take over from the St. Christopher's 40. And the handoff to Parks. That one's going nowhere. A horde of Saints in there. Lance Cleland was one of them. I'm waiting for the pile to disperse to see the other. I believe it was Elijah Brandon.
If you're a safety right now with St. Christopher's, you're thinking, okay, if they're going to look like they're going to run it straight ahead and you got coverage, man-on-man coverage, you can really start cheating up closer to the line of scrimmage.
The problem, though, is if you do cheat, number 4 could take the top off the defense.
You can.
That's what Trinity's been working with, is that the Saint safeties have to stay honest. Drop back. And the scramble dropped around the 45 was Deacon Scogan. Was Bowen Ireland, a star lacrosse player. He's no stranger to big plays on Knowles Field, but different sport has been his forte in the past. Not here, though. A big tackle on third down.
Darius Gray was asking for a holding call. Looked like he had a good grip on the shirt.
There have been a couple this game for both teams that the refs have let go.
Yeah.
So a big 3rd and 5 here from the 45. Trinity needs midfield. Scogan drops back, and the pass is caught. A tough catch there from Josiah Walker as Elijah Asari was blanketed all over him. Now Trinity has it on the Saints side of the field from the 49. Scogan bobbles the snap a little bit. Hands it straight off the middle for Parks. He has room, and he gets about 15. We are somehow approaching the final 2 minutes of the half. This quarter has flown by.
Just the second time that Trinity has been in St. Chris territory.
Last time they turned it over on 4th down.
Parks is quick as a cat.
He is.
Busts through those holes.
Yeah. Some motion near the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Scogan. Pressure comes. Tries to evade it. He can't. It was Charlie Parker and Lance Cleland dropping Scogan in the backfield and make it 2nd and 14.
That is a big sack for a lot of reasons, but the biggest one now is the clock really starting to move.
Yeah.
Still have 2 timeouts if you're Trinity, but a lot of clock is itching away, and you got second in a bundle.
Yeah, Saints probably won't get the ball back with very much time if they do get it back this half. So all their focus needs to go in getting a defensive stop. Handoff up the middle, and that's some good yardage, but it might be coming back. Ron Beeman had his hands up right after a flag was thrown, which probably not a good sign for him, and it is in fact not. That's a hold on the Titans. So now they're way back. Going to be about a 2nd and 20 or so. I'm interested to see the offensive approach here. Do they just run the ball, make the Saints burn those 2 timeouts? Or do you think they try to take a shot here and convert?
Well, you know, you haven't had a lot of great success, but I don't think you want to leave any possession on the field right now, because think about it. St. Christopher's ran a lot of clock in that second quarter. You don't know how many times you're going to get the ball the second half.
Yeah.
You've got to try to do something here, I would think. Still got 2 timeouts, too.
That's true. If I'm Trinity, I feel like you got to take at least one shot over the top to Davion Brown before you punt this ball away.
And that's who you go to. I agree with you.
He's lined up in the slot right now against Bowen Ireland. Scogan dropping back, has a man open, overshoots him by a step. Josiah Walker had a touchdown, but Scogan just couldn't connect.
When he had to move because of the rush from Darius Gray, he had to move the pocket a little bit to the near side of the field here, and I think he just did not get a good step into that throw because it was just a little long. It was on target, just a little long.
You know, anytime something goes wrong for the opponent, you could probably bet Darius Gray caused it, and you'd probably be right.
Yeah, he was just in the vicinity, just to where you had to move a little bit out of the pocket, move toward the near sideline over here. And that makes it a little tougher to make the throw because you're not set completely.
So 3rd and a country mile. Trinity needs the 25. From the fleur-de-lis, Scogan, pressure coming, it's Gray. Knocks it and it's intercepted. It's Elijah Brandon, has room down the sideline. Brandon still on his feet. He's still going, dragged down at the 23. And once again, it was Darius Gray getting in there, hit the arm, extracurriculars after the play, a flag comes out. We could be looking at someone probably got unsportsmanlike conduct. The Trinity player was trying to rip the ball away from Brandon well after he was out of bounds. You know, you hear Zombie Nation playing in the background. Maybe not as good as it is at Beaver Stadium, but that Saints student section is still rocking right now on this Friday night. And just like that, the Saints
in business.
And that's on the Titans.
Yep, had to be.
So now the Saints, they have a prime opportunity to not only add to their lead, they could get 7 here.
Yes, absolutely.
They're going to have it around the 11. He's dragged out around the 23, half the distance.
3 timeouts.
2.
2 timeouts.
Yeah, but I don't think clock's going to be a big issue.
No.
I mean, they can get a first down, but it'd be pretty hard to get a first down and not end up scoring. Roberts hands it off. White, nowhere to go. Tries to bounce it outside and finds no success.
Took the timeout.
You know, something you want to try to be conscientious here for the Saints is you don't want to give Trinity too much time. Obviously, I'm not saying sit down if you have a wide open touchdown, but
if you can get 7, that'd be a huge score. A player injured on the field might be a cramp.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're either getting a touchdown or giving Trinity the ball back in a situation where they can't get a touchdown.
Right. Yeah, that looks like a cramp to me. He got up pretty quickly after they stretched him. It looked like he was in the calf.
Yeah,
but you still got plays to go, and you still got a timeout to go, too, so you can still do a lot of things here.
I wonder if the Saints hadn't called the timeout, if Trinity would have called one. I think they might have.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, as things are for them right now, they want a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, 2, but if you start playing a little bit of that and call after first down and second down, you run a third down play.
Yeah.
Then the clock's going to just about expire pretty close to it.
That's true.
So, you can play that because you could run on third down, and then I think you'll be out of it. I don't think they're going to another play. Even if you've got to take it and on fourth down, you just kind of run around a little bit. But I think the Saints had a feeling they might catch Trinity napping a little bit, thinking they might throw the ball in the end zone on first down to try to score quickly. So I think the call was actually a pretty good call.
I agree.
They just made a good job on defense by Trinity.
Yeah.
Trinity's a good football team.
They most certainly are.
You're not 6-0 and second and first in the state if you're a bad team. That doesn't happen, folks.
So, 2nd and 11 from the 13. Roberts hands it off. A double pass. Johnson going to the end zone. Touchdown! Jerron Johnson. A flag is out. And I think they're going to call it against the Saints.
No way. He was all over him.
Wow.
Pass interference on the Saints.
I'd like to have a replay on that one to where you could see, because both of them were kind of pushing each other off in the end zone. It was a great call. Got the score, but the interference is called against St. Christopher's.
And now they're bordering on being out of field goal range as well. It stays 2nd down, but a kick from here would be just at the edge of Sterling's range.
Well, you still got 33 seconds to go, and it's still 2nd down, so you've got time. And
yeah, I think they might run the ball and just try to set up a field goal with no time left, though. Well, they will go to the air. Roberts buying time, rolling right, takes off, gains a couple. And a timeout taken by the Saints.
Well, St. Christopher's, I think, got a lot of what they wanted. They had man coverage with the 3 folks on the wide side of the field. Nobody broke open. So Roberts did the right thing, come the other direction to see if you could get something out of it. And they pursued pretty well.
I don't love that timeout by the Saints. I think Trinity would have definitely called one there.
Probably so.
Because now, if you get tackled inbounds, it's going to be a mad dash to get that field goal team on the field.
Will be, yep. If you do, you're right. You just got to be ready to go. But I'm not so certain they're not going to put the ball up trying to go to the end zone.
That's
again.
true.
Might be another pass like they had a moment ago. Let the running back make the pass.
Yeah.
Change it up again so that it just is totally different.
Kiefer Roberts.
Wides again, the other side of the field.
Kiefer Roberts here is you cannot take a sack under any circumstances. Nope. A sack most likely knocks them out of field goal range or very close to it. A kick from here would be 42, which Sterling can hit. So 3rd and a mile from the 25. Roberts, pressure coming, floats one end zone for Johnson. Caught! Incomplete. He came up with the ball. I'm not sure where he fell on his back.
Yeah, that's a good question there. But throwing it that way, getting out of bounds stops the clock, so that's as good as a timeout. But it looked like it was 6 points from
I
here.
didn't see him. I mean, I don't know where he could have, unless it somehow hit the ground and caught it back on the way up.
Could have.
He landed on his back.
Yep, could have.
Yeah. And the kick from 42 from Sterling is wide left. So the Saints come away with nothing. Will that offensive pass interference come back to haunt them?
11.1 seconds. You know what Trinity's going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to throw deep.
Just don't get beat over the top.
Nope, can't do that.
I don't know the range of Trinity's kicker, but considering they went for it on 4th and 4 from the 23, likely
not long.
Yeah. So Trinity will have it from the 20.
You're going to get a lot of yards with a one play or with two very quick plays. That's the problem. And you never know. Sometimes you do this and you give up an interception.
And they'll hand it off up the middle. Good yardage. Very good yardage down the sideline. It's a foot race. He is in for a touchdown as time expires. They gave it to Davion Brown in the backfield. He found the end zone from 80 yards. And this game has been flipped on its head going into half. And the extra point is up and good. So when it looked like St. Christopher's was going to be extending their lead into the half, the offensive pass interference comes back to kill them. And then an 80-yard house call from Davion Brown flips momentum completely going into the break. 7-3 Titans halfway in. We'll be back.
McCoy's favorite teacher is John Green. My least favorite teacher is John Green. I would say Dr. C. Dr. C.
I would say Miss Ray.
Okay.
Miss Ray.
Okay, that's a good shout.
My favorite teacher of all time is Mr. Knight, Algebra 2. I just felt like he really connected with each person in the class.
Favorite teacher, Mr. McGuire. It's my day one, honors biology. Love that class. He first sparked my interest. He helped kindle that, and that led me to taking AP Bio and wanting to pursue that as a career.
Favorite teacher, class and why? I really liked Mr. Toon's World Cultures History class. I think it was a pretty interesting class.
Hey, gotta go with J. Tom. Made me actually like history for once.
My favorite teacher? Probably Dr. C.
Get up Miss Grimes, 4th grade class.
Oh yeah, that's a good take. That's a good take. Okay.
Best class ever. It was during COVID, but it was amazing. I loved the pet snakes.
R.I.P. Bubbles.
I'm Hill Baller. I'm here with MJ Crocker, linebacker for the varsity football team. Got a all-time honor draft. You know a lot of players, MJ. I bet you do.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go.
All right, first pick. Best not to overthink it. I'm gonna go Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back-to-back receivers here. I'm gonna go Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
It's dominant. Hard to stop this too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my receiver. I'm gonna go Terrell Owens.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Sheriff and Peyton Manning, and then I'll also take my running back in LaDainian Tomlinson.
My running back, I'm going Barry Sanders. You know, just too elusive, hard to stop him. And next pick, I'm going to receiver. Give me Larry Fitzgerald.
That's a good pick right there. All right, so we got one tight end and then a receiver?
One tight end, one more receiver each, and then defense.
I'll take Rob Gronkowski, and then I'll take Michael Irvin.
Yeah, last wide receiver. Give me go Megatron. Lions legend right there. They don't have a lot of them, so.
Missed on him. All right, so now all-time defense. What are you thinking?
My defense, I'm going to go with the 1985 Chicago Bears. Just dominant. That playoff run, man, was incredible.
I think I'm going to go with the Legion of Boom 2013 Seahawks.
Yeah, certainly the best in recent memory.
Yeah.
Tight end. Got one tight end. you know, he's not the most popular player, but prime Travis Kelce,
That's
man,
good.
he was a problem.
I like that, Hill. I like
Yeah.
that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, MJ.
Yes, sir, Hill.
Good to do it.
Hello and welcome back. 24 minutes of football left here on Knowles Field. This was a game that, with about 30 seconds to go in the first half, it looked like St. Christopher's was on their way to taking a 10-0 lead, but then a questionable offensive pass interference call on Jerron Johnson. It would have been a big touchdown. Erased that, pushed him back 20 to the 28-yard line. William Sterling couldn't connect on a 42-yarder. And then Davion Brown, with 10 seconds to go in the second quarter, breaks off an 80-yard touchdown out of the backfield and flips the game on its head. Trinity now in a position to take control, getting the ball up 7-3. Mr. Tarkenton, what do you think are some keys for this second half for the Saints?
First possession is important. Need to stop Trinity on this first possession that they take of this second half and get the ball back and put points on the board as quickly as you can get it on the board, because you had opportunities in that first half, like you said. Missed one field goal, hit one field goal with the 47-yarder. That was a tough field goal to kick, but should have had a touchdown. And, you know, the call is the call. There's not much we can do about it now.
So Sterling kicks it away. It's a low line drive rolling on the ground. Brown picks it up around the 17, trying to find some room. He can't. He's dropped at the 18. Great work from the Saints kick coverage team. No return from Brown, and this is the worst starting field position the Titans have seen all night.
Couple of things, really done a great job against Brown on when he's in punt formation or when he's in kickoff return, not letting him get the football to where he can do something with it, not catching it in the air so he can be going forward. So they've done a good job with that.
If you remove one play from this game, the Saints have really done an incredible job at that all night.
Absolutely.
But
one play.
Unfortunately, that one play was the defining play of the first half.
Big series for the St. Chris defense that has played really pretty good, except for, as we just said, the one play.
Got to keep him out of the end zone here. Darius Gray shifting over. And they'll hand it off to Brown. Looking for room, finds a bit, maybe 3. They'll give him 4.
Well, Brown showed you some speed when he got to the corner with a touchdown, but he can catch the football too. They list him as an athlete. You know why? He is.
Yeah. He was committed to Penn State up until Tuesday. Has decided to reopen his commitment after the head coaching change.
Trinity not in any hurry right now to get a playoff.
They're not. They're not set yet, and that clock down to 6. They really don't want to waste the timeout. They got to get moving. The clock hits 0, and they're not going to get it off. Delay a game.
Wow. You gain about 5 on the first possession, your first snap, and now you're back to 2nd and 10.
Yep, that's a play they'll be running sprints for on Monday.
Yeah.
I guess a lack of a play.
Well, that helps the St. Chris defense.
Yeah. 2nd and 11 looks a lot better than 2nd and 6.
And I'm not really certain what the problem was for the Titans to try to get that play off. You had a good first down play. Shouldn't have had a problem running the second down.
So we're looking at another low play clock. They get it off at 2. Pressure coming and nowhere to go. No, the football did not come out. It looked like they jarred it loose. That was Cleland, came in unblocked off the blind side, and that's not going to end well.
Darius Gray was on the other side. I mean, he got sandwiched.
Yeah. I think Cleland came in unblocked because everyone was looking at 74.
Yeah. I'd be looking for 74 too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback, I would not be very excited to play against him.
Well, you just know where he's lining up and where he's headed.
You definitely do, but it's not going to help you stop him.
No.
So now a big third down. 3rd and 18 from the 12. Scogan, quick screen. Cutting it up the field. This is going to be a first down and more for Trinity. Josiah Walker gains 37.
If you get good blocks when you run that little inside screen with a scooting back or scooting wide receiver, things like that happen because you're running back against the grain, and it's tough for the defense. You saw it just there.
A big conversion for the Titans. And now it's Parks up the middle. He's got a first.
First down carry. Put down by Colin Johnson.
From the 42, Scogan gives it to Parks again, and he's wrapped up. Brandon and Gray get in there. Limit him to about 3.
Well, the offense right now for Trinity is much more on par. They are a little bit more awake right now and going right straight ahead and going right after it. A little more crisp.
A flag comes out. It's a sideline warning against the Saints, it looks like, as Mr. I'm not sure who that is actually down there. I think that might be Mr. Chafee, who just got an earful from the referee. It was Mr. Miller. Yeah, thank you to Hill Butler over here. We might have an interview from him after the third quarter. So it stays at 2nd and 8.
By the way, he'll look snappy tonight, too. He's got a good-looking tie and coat on.
I know.
Tell you what. He's jam up.
Good stuff. And now 2nd and 8 here. Parks gets it again. Finds a hole. That hole closed off by Darius Gray, but not before a gain of about 6, setting up a 3rd and short. And this is 4-down territory if I've ever seen it.
Probably so to start this third quarter.
They'll give him 3rd and 3, so a 5-yard gain for Parks. I would not be surprised to see Trinity take a shot towards the end zone here. As
double coverage out with Brown out there at the top of the screen.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night. They do not want him to be the one to beat them over top. Only time he really did beat them tonight was when he got the ball out of the backfield. Can't really double cover a running back.
If you can, you got something.
And pass over the middle, incomplete. A miscommunication between Deuce Mason and Scogan. I think Scogan thought he was going to stop and turn around. Mason kept heading towards the end zone, and as I predicted, they will leave the offense on the field here. They're 0 for 1 on 4th down so far. This would be a massive stop for the Saints after what could have turned into a deflating 3rd down conversion.
And Scogan saw at 7-4 in his view, too, that Darius Gray coming at you. That'll make you throw it quicker.
He will. 4th and 3. Play fake. Gray rushing. It's complete, but he will not have the line to gain. And once again, 74 gets in there and disrupts the play.
Well, he's tough to block, that's for certain, and he made a couple of really good plays the last 2 plays. One, you didn't see what he did, really, but that one you did completely.
Remember back in the 1st or 2nd quarter when I said that whenever something goes wrong for the offense, there's a good chance Darius Gray's the one who caused it?
Yeah.
That's proved true throughout the entire night.
Absolutely.
He has just been all over the place. And, you know, it's been very quiet from his side on offense, which, as an offensive lineman, that's what you want.
Yep.
So 1st down carry for Aiden White. Goes up the middle, gets a yard or 2.
Well, and Darius could line back up in the backfield again. He's already got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
He's gotten it a couple times near the goal line.
Yeah, put him in.
Yeah. I'd like to see any linebacker try to run full speed downhill into him.
Well, that may give him another chance to play as a freshman at South Carolina next year. Line him up in there. He'll go.
I mean, if you put him in at fullback, that'd be one heck of a blocker in the backfield.
Yeah. He gets a running start. Who's going to want to tackle him?
Nobody. So now 2nd and 4. Pass quick to the outside. Jerron Johnson. I can't see if he came up with it. For his sake, it'd be better if he didn't, I think.
He did. He called it.
He did.
I think, yeah.
I think he'd lost a couple of inches. So it'll stay at a 3rd and 6.
If you get close enough to that 1st down marker, you may hint of trying to go for that. Big play here. You got to get some yards.
Colin Johnson in the backfield. Roberts drops back, looking, nobody open. Dumps it off for Johnson. He has acres of space, has a first down and more up past the 50. Still going up near the 40. Dragged down at the 42. Takes a big hit at the end of it.
Love the call, Edison.
Beautiful play design.
Absolutely. All of the linemen came rushing in, and an outstanding job by Roberts getting rid of it perfectly. Wide open. My goodness, it was open for miles and miles.
Everybody was blanketed downfield.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the intent of a screen pass, to take the attention of the defensive backs away.
That play, may have to check that one and bring that one back.
Now, 1st and 10 from the 42. Roberts drops back again, under pressure, evades it. Well, not for long. He's dropped by Jack Brotherton.
Jack Brotherton, sack takes Roberts. 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13.
Clock's still running. St. Crispin's done a good job offensively running clock. Now you got to get some points.
Trinity student section chants, "We can't hear you," which responded with an air horn. Colin Johnson gets in the backfield and gets a yard. It'll set up a 3rd and long. This would once again probably be 4-down territory if you can maybe cut it in half.
Yeah, I think if you get around 35-yard line, maybe 37, you may really flirt with that, because a punt is not going to be a whole lot different unless you put one down at the 1 or the 2.
3rd and 12 for the Saints. They need the 33. Roberts rolls out, checks down to Tidwell, and he's got a 1st and more. J.J. Tidwell with a big reception to move the chains on 3rd and long for the Saints.
Another good play. If you're getting a lot of rush, roll out. It's exactly what Chase did. Tidwell was wide open, and as soon as he made the catch, he turned upfield. That is exactly like you draw it up on the chalkboard.
I want to see the Saints run some more play action. A lot of their best passing plays of the game have come off play action.
Well, anytime, I think, anytime you can move the quarterback away from where the direction looks like it's going, somebody usually is open.
Agreed. So we'll snap it from the 28. On 1st down, they give it to Cleland. Lance Cleland powering forward, legs still churning, refusing to go down. Gets about 4 or 5. Someone screaming, "That's the bruiser," from the crowd, and they are most certainly right. It has been very difficult for Trinity, or anyone for that matter, to bring him down. I don't know how he does it. Just always manages to keep the legs moving, even when there's 3 defenders on him. Now 2 in the backfield for the Saints. It's White and Cleland.
Man coverage, top of the screen.
Cleland gets it again, and this time he's wrapped up. That's some great tackling there. Mason Love, he's made a couple nice plays today. Cleland fell forward, maybe gained a 1.5 feet.
You know, that formation, if they run that again, if they fake it to the right side, let him roll back around, he can either run or he's got man coverage with the 2 that were on the top of the screen. I think that could be open.
I'm also not sure if they've given the ball to White once out of that formation. I think every time it's been either Cleland or Roberts. But the Saints staring another 3rd down in the face here. This one a 3rd and 6. They need the 19. Clock down to 2. They just barely get it off. Roberts drops back looking towards Jerron Johnson.
It's coming.
Finally comes in.
Well, there was no question about it, and that's the official that needed to make the call. He couldn't get the yell out of the back pocket there. He got stuck with it.
Looked like there was a question for half a second. I was very surprised the flag did not come in, but I think you're right. He just couldn't get it out of his pocket.
Well, we just talked about that formation with the 2 wides are getting man on man. Make that move out there, and He did a good job of just throwing it. Didn't get intercepted, and obviously the pass interference is huge.
This game is flying by. Yeah. Somehow already 3/4 of the way done with this third quarter. I don't know where the clock is going. Maybe they've got it running on 1.5 speed or something.
Got it again with the 2 outside.
Yep. Johnson goes in motion. Roberts, play fake, buying time, scrambles, flips it off. Had Cleland for what would have been a touchdown, but just barely underthrew it.
Well, I see something else that I liked when they ran that play, and it was a late come across, and that was Nate Roberts, who caught a pass earlier. He drug the back of the field and was going to be wide open. If 2 more seconds, he was going to be wide open. Could have walked into the end zone.
Second and 10 from the 12. White gets it, powers forward, gets maybe 3 or 4. A pile of red and white. We'll give him 2. And this is the biggest play of the game so far.
Yeah, it is. Big play right now.
3rd and 8 from the 10.
But the Saints offense has done one thing we talked about early. If you control the time of the clock, give Trinity less opportunities to score. They're standing over there getting a little cool right now, one of the cooler nights we've had in a long time. So all of a sudden, that's starting to work in the favor.
Johnson and Tidwell lined up at the top of your screen. Roberts, play fake, looking end zone. It is intercepted. Threw up a jump ball, but just didn't get enough air under it. And it was Davion Brown, has his fingerprints all over this game.
Second interception of the year, but that's a big interception. And then he had the long run for the touchdown before the end of the first half. Now the defense has got to make something happen.
Yeah. And if you're the Saints, you need to start limiting the amount of possessions where it's a must-stop for the defense.
Yep.
Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Good tackling by the Saints. Even a field goal for the Saints there would have meant a touchdown, keeps it a one-possession game. But now a problem the Saints might encounter late in this game is while their offense has been relatively effective, just stalling out in the red zone, they're not moving quickly. So if you get the ball with 3 minutes down by 3, you know, you're going to have to take some shots in the air, and that's against the formula they've had that's worked for them this game, which is all those play actions and handoffs. Play fake, and pressure coming. Somehow escapes, not for long. And the Saints got very lucky there. That was a missed holding. It's Walker down near the 30. Some Saints defensive back should be thanking their lucky stars right now because...
Might be a cramp again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of ran into each other a little bit. The defender was in pretty good position, and I'm not sure.
I think he wrapped his arm around him at the end, though.
He did.
So.
He did.
But
that's here for number 21, Josiah Walker of the Titans.
And Walker coming off the field now. There's 40.3 in the third. 7-3 still. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Actually, more like a 3rd and 11.
Yeah,
it's a little bit behind the sticks.
Yeah. You got it marked at the 19 where the ball is, and the sticks on the other side of the field. Looks like it's a little at this angle, like it's not.
Yeah.
Like a half yard, but it's not. A lot of cramps tonight. It's when you just don't get enough water in you.
So now, once again, A big opportunity for the Saints defense. They've come up big a lot of times in this game. Can they do it one more time? 3rd and 11 from the 19. Empty backfield for Scogan. Looking, intercepted. It's Elijah Brandon, and he'll run it back for 6. His second pick of the game. Nearly ran the last one back. This one is a house call.
Brandon is always the guy on the spot, and he's picking up an interception, running all the way back. He really did a nice job of playing possum there, and he caught the quarterback's eyes late as he was turning the ball loose, went right to the spot, and never broke stride going in the end zone.
And just like that Davion Brown carry at the end of the first half did, this interception at the end of the third quarter once again turns this game on its head. The extra point from Sterling right down the middle. St. Christopher's has their first touchdown, and they lead 10-7 here with 12 minutes and 10.9 seconds to go.
Exactly. Well, the defense has played well all night long. Just one play. Didn't play good on.
You know, something Trinity's got to be wary of. If you give the ball back to the Saints with 8 minutes, I don't think the Titans can be sure they're getting it back.
A lot of long drives that have not necessarily resulted in points, but a lot of time off the clock from the first quarter on. So you may be right with that, Edison. You can't get into a game you think, okay, well, we can tie the thing, like you said.
Yeah.
And, wait.
They might have to change their thought process also. Like, let's say it's a 4th and 3 from the 10 with 6 minutes to go. Do you really want to kick the field goal there and risk knowing that the Saints could just march it down the field, drain the entire clock? And, Sterling's got a great leg on him, even though he did miss from 47. And he does another low-line drive, knocks off a Trinity player. They will recover it. It's Deuce Mason trying to find room, has some down the sideline, and he's knocked down at the 33, and a flag comes out. Not sure what that was. I think it might have been unnecessary roughness. It looks like Mason was on the ground and a Saint fell on him.
Yep.
Personal foul on the Saints.
So it will be an unnecessary roughness. So 15 yards will be added on. Great field position for Trinity. They'll start it at midfield or just below it. I think maybe the edge of the fleur-de-lis.
Job of kind of pinning them in and not kicking it deep to Brown.
Yeah.
They may loft this thing up here.
3.1 to go. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Scogan hands it to Brown, tries to bounce it outside and covered off well this time. That'll do it for the third quarter. Elijah Brandon with the biggest play of the game. A pick 6 to give the Saints a 10-7 lead. Don't go anywhere, and I don't know why you'd want to. We've got a classic brewing here on Knowles Field.
Question board.
EB.
Elijah E.B. Brandon.
E.B. Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Either Ron or E.B.
Are you going to catch them all? E.B. Yeah, it's probably E.B. Maybe Ron. If Ron showed up today.
Ron Johnson or Elijah Brandon?
EB for sure. EB. James Signeri. EB.
Elijah Brandon. Elijah Brandon.
Definitely EB. Ron Johnson.
E.B. Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Nick Parker.
Yeah, Nick Parker.
Nick Parker.
Hello and welcome back to the fourth quarter. 10-7 lead for the Saints. And a handoff up the middle. Davion Brown gets about 6. He needed 7. So it'll set up. Oh, they're going to give him a bit of a harsh spot. I thought it was going to be a 3rd and 1. They make it a 3rd and 3. You know, we were talking during the break. Davion Brown hasn't really gotten the ball at all as a receiver. That's really no fault of his own. The Saints have had 2 people on him all game, but if you're Trinity, you want the ball in the hands of your best player, and the way they can guarantee they get the ball in the hands of Davion Brown is by playing him at running back. Their only points of this game came off an 80-yard breakaway from him, and you see he got the carry at the start of the 4th. We'll see if that continues. He gets it here. Brown has nowhere to go. Reaching out, he's short. It'll set up 4th down. Charlie Edmonds had his helmet ripped off. He was furious about not getting a flag.
4th and 2. I would think right now Trinity will go for it here. Maybe take a timeout, make a decision. Yep. I would think you're not going to punt it away probably if you're going to take a timeout. In a timeout, they walked over there like they looked they were.
And as expected, they will leave the offense on the field. I thought for a second they were going to run some sort of wildcat, as I didn't see Scogan out there, but he was just finishing up a chat with the coach. Brown goes out wide this time. It's Carson Parks in the backfield. Biggest play of the game, 4th and 2. Trinity needs the 41. They're at the 43. Scogan from the gun, hands it off. Parks, full head of steam. Has a first down by half a yard. A big carry there from Carson Parks. Got hit behind the line to gain, but was able to fall forward and keeps the drive alive for the Titans.
He's done a nice job of that tailback spike. He's not afraid to run straight ahead.
Yeah.
He just pounded that one.
Extra protection for Trinity. The only one out wide is Brown at the top of your screen. Scogan gives it to Parks. Got hit in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was Cleland who got him in the backfield. It was a horde of Saints who dropped him. Pendlebury was the main one. He gets a yard.
Well, Trinity's almost right now using Brown as a decoy.
Yeah.
You got 2 people out there covering him, so you should think your numbers are much better straight ahead, which they've had some success. Not big success, but enough success to keep it going.
You know, when you throw Brown away from the play, they're losing 1 player, but the Saints are going to be losing 2.
Exactly.
They'll take a 9v10. And if the Saints do want to go 1v1 on Brown, they'll take that shot down the field.
Every time.
Scogan in the gun again on 2nd and 9. Play fake over the middle. Dangerous pass to the tight end. Cade Winarski comes down with it, but not without some traffic. Colin Johnson brings him down. That pass had to be right on target, or else it's going the other way.
3 red jerseys were around that ball there.
Yeah, that's a bold pass. Not one you'd see a lot of quarterbacks even dare to throw, but Scogan put it right where it needed to be. It makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 4. They'll snap it into 34. They need the 30. Handoff. And he is not going to get there. The Saints defense stands up once again on 3rd down, but the job not finished, and a flag comes in.
Way after the play was over.
The Saints coaches think they know who it's against. Trinity thinks they know who it's against. And it's another unnecessary roughness on the Saints. And that turns what would have been a 4th down into a 1st down in the red zone. We haven't seen Trinity's kicker on for a field goal, but from his extra point, I would assume that they are within his range. That kick looked very good.
It did.
I don't think Trinity wants 3 here.
You're not thinking about 3 at the moment, are they? Trying to get it in the end zone.
Yeah. The danger here, as we talked about if you're Trinity, is at this point with where the clock is, if once they give the ball to the Saints, they can't be certain they're getting it back. And you don't want that to be the case. in a tie game.
This team is unbeaten, number 2 in the BISSA, and then in the prep side of it, number 1 ranked in the state.
From inside the red zone, Brown goes in motion. He'll get it on a jet sweep. A flag flies. Brown slipping through defenders into the end zone.
It's going to come back. I got motion over there. They had 2 folks in motion. Brown was in motion, and the wide receiver on the other side of the field was moving too. That's going to back up 5 yard.
You know, I'm surprised it's taken 40 minutes for Trinity to give Davion Brown the ball on a jet sweep.
Agree with you. They may have been holding it for a position like this where they just ran it, he scored, but they didn't have, wouldn't have had the penalty that would have been a touchdown. That's the only thing I can figure. They maybe hold some things to do that with because he's that good a player.
And that's a tough penalty because that's not one that, without the penalty, they're still scoring.
Correct.
It's not like it's a holding that caused him to score.
Correct.
Like, without the penalty, the touchdown would have still happened. So it moves him back 5. They'll be knocked out of the red zone, and they'll be behind the sticks. Brown lined up in the backfield.
Chances are he's going to either get it or be part of the play somewhere.
I would assume that to be true. Some motion. Brown does get it, runs right at Darius Gray's side, and gets blown up. You saw Gray there was taking up 2 blockers, and when you've got 2 blockers on one guy, the defense will take their numbers.
Another loss on that play.
Well behind the sticks now. They're knocked back another 5. Excuse me, no. They were...
First and 15,
yeah.
So it backed up a couple more. So
forgot they were already at the... I wasn't taking the penalty into account.
Right, yeah.
So, but it will be a 2nd and 16, which that's a down the Saints like. The clock under 7.5, and the play clock running down. Trinity needs to get moving. Clock down to 3, 2, 1, 0, and a timeout just in the nick of time for the Titans.
Well, this has been a barn burner. We thought it was going to be good, but we didn't know it was going to be like this.
Yeah, this is... Couldn't have asked for a better game.
No, not at all. We've had good looks at how good a football player Davion Brown is. He's really a good football player. And you see in clutch time where they're going most of the time is to number 4.
Yeah.
St. Christopher's has done a good job. That last play, they ran him straight ahead, and Sea of Red was there.
Yeah, if you can get Davion Brown within the tacklers, and especially within the tacklers towards Darius Gray, the Saints will take that every time.
Every time. You don't want to get his motor going because he can fly.
With how good he's been, I'm really hoping whoever Penn State hires as their next head coach is able to get his commitment back because what a player he is.
You might ought to tell everybody you go to school at Penn State for those that don't know.
Yes.
Just in case there's anybody that doesn't know that out there.
So a 2nd and 16. Brown goes in motion. No, they won't flip it to him out wide. They'll fake it. They'll look towards the end zone. Intercepted. A floater into the end zone, and Finn Walter comes away with it. The Saints will get it on their own 20, leading 10-7.
Well, that's just a mistake from the quarterback. They were trying to run a quick screen out to Davion, and nowhere could he do that. Too many red shirts, so he saw a man going toward the end zone and just threw it, and it went right into the St. Chris hands, and that is a big, big play. Hard not to do it, but Walter was there to pick it off.
I like the idea there of using the Brown motion as a decoy because, as you said, the entire team went towards it, but you cannot throw that football.
Nope.
You gotta... you have the field goal in your pocket already. You've got to just get it out of bounds. But the Saints offense here, if they can put together another one of those long drives they've specialized with, they could end this football game or not. Aiden White, it's a foot race. Inside the 30. White still on his feet. Out of bounds inside the 25. I was just saying they might want a long drive. But Aiden White says perhaps not.
58 yards on that run. Huge play, but great blocking by the left side of the offensive line.
Strange.
No hurry now. You don't need to be in any hurry now.
Strangely, though, if you're Trinity, I don't think that's the worst outcome. If you can hold the Saints to a field goal here, you will get the ball back with a chance to win the game. But the problem is that's not how you want to start off, an illegal procedure. So they'll be heading back 5. The problem, though, for Trinity is a Saints touchdown. It doesn't end the game yet, but it'll give them a very strong grasp on this game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So first and 10 from the 29. Roberts, play fake. He'll take it himself, bounces it left, lowers the shoulder. Some Jackson Dart-esque stuff as helmet's flying.
The helmet goes off, you got to take a seat for the next play. It was a 1st and 15, and Roberts did a good job to get what he got out of it. Darius Gray slow to get up, but he just needed some help getting up. I think he's okay.
Yeah. Looks to be walking around okay.
He's going to come out for a play probably.
Yeah. That's not what the Saints want to see.
And he stayed in bounds, so they'll start the clock. And now you are playing with the clock right now. Totally.
Yeah. So they'll give Roberts 2 yards. Saints get it up to the 28.
You want to run it down as long as you can run it. Run that clock down as far as you can go right now.
Got a nice break. If you need to get a sip of water, probably got 20. Never mind. They'll snap the ball at 20 seconds. They'll hand it to White. Bounces it outside. Goes nowhere. Not sure why they snapped it so early.
No.
Still at an extra. I guess the thinking is with this being well behind the sticks, you want to guarantee that if Trinity goes down and gets 7, that you get the ball back.
Could be. Yep, absolutely. Could be.
I think they would have approached it differently, and maybe if it was a 2nd and 1 compared to a 2nd and 13.
Probably so. Big 3rd down here.
We're under 6 minutes to go. The Saints haven't been able to connect on a home run ball yet. Is this the time they take that shot once again?
Well, you wonder because you can keep the clock running.
Jerron Johnson is lined up with the linebacker. Play fake. Roberts buying time, rolling, looking, flips it to the end zone for Johnson. Incomplete. Jerron Johnson looked like he was playing defensive back there.
He did.
That was a very scary throw. Brown nearly got him for the 2nd time.
Yeah, did.
So they'll trot out Sterling, I would presume. Or maybe not. The offense currently on the field.
Yep.
I'm surprised. You know, I would have expected that if they were going to go for it, you run the ball on that 3rd down.
Maybe.
But
yeah, they may have seen something in the defense and thought they could get it. It's always a possibility.
So 4th and 13. The Saints will snap it from the 26. They need the 13. And someone jumped. I think it might have.
Timeout. St. Chris took a timeout. I think they wanted to see what the defense was going to show them.
So I assume they're bringing a field goal team out, right? I mean, if you miss, they get it at the 20.
Well, like you said,
but if you can get Sterling to nail a punt, get him within the 5.
That may make it a little more difficult because the 3 doesn't totally help you. Touch an extra point.
You know, Trinity doesn't seem very interested in kicking field goals anyways, so I think they want 7.
Yes.
But that's when the interception thrown in the red zone, that's when that can come back to bite you. Because if this is a 13-10 game right now, you trot out Sterling, he can effectively end the game. Of course, there could be something crazy happening, but a 2-possession lead with 5:25 with how the Saints are running the ball, they got to feel good about it. But no, the offense will stay out there. Obviously can't take another timeout, so unless they're just planning on taking a delay of game. They will be snapping this football. They need 13 yards. The biggest play of the game here. Roberts, play fake, has time, floats it to the end zone for Johnson in double coverage. And defensive pass interference is going to be called. Davion Brown got up in the face mask of Johnson, and that'll be a free 15 and a first down. Davion Brown has been so good all night. The Saints target him once again, and on the biggest play of the game, Johnson wins the rep.
Wow, that's a gutsy call to start with.
It's a gutsy throw to throw it in a double coverage in the first place, especially gutsy when number 4 is one of the two.
Yeah. It'll be an automatic first down.
Well, it's half the distance to the goal, so the Saints get it at the 13.
It's automatic first down, I believe.
I don't know what the debate's about. It's even if it was 4th and a million.
So now, here's what you look at is with the timeouts. Both teams only have 2 timeouts, so you can try to run the football here, even if you force Trinity to take timeouts.
I would look at a play action here on first down. Trinity probably knows they're trying to run it. And, again, a touchdown puts you in a very good spot. They won't do that. They'll give it to White. Finds a bit of a crease up the middle. Still churning. Gets maybe 4. They'll give him 2.5.
No timeout taken by anybody yet.
Yeah, something to remember in high school football, there's no 2-minute warning.
Correct.
So each team only gets 2 more chances to stop the clock. Right now it's Trinity who would be wanting those stops, but anything can happen here.
Yeah, close to 3 on that first down carry.
You know, with how this game has gone, there's not a single ending that would surprise me. This has been one of the best games I've gotten the pleasure to call. Second and 8 from the 11. Roberts, designed run, up the middle, lowers the shoulder.
It's about the 6, maybe. That was a tough run there.
Yeah, it'll be a 3rd and short. Is this where you give the ball to Darius Gray?
That's a good question.
You know, I don't know if you can be confident that Trinity manages to stop him from getting 3 yards in 2 plays.
That's what I was going to say. If you're going to do it, you got 2 chances with him if you want to do that.
Well, they won't do that. Gray will be lined up at left tackle where he's played every snap tonight. And this is the biggest snap of the game. 3rd and 4. 3:45 to go. The Saints staring the end zone in the face. Roberts, another designed run, runs into a man, and he's down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It was Trey Cherry. He's made some massive plays. I think you maybe should consider leaving the offense on the field here. Trinity doesn't look interested in a field goal, but they won't do that, though. They'll bring out Sterling.
You could run the clock all the way down and take the 5 yards if you wanted to. That 5 is dead center. We know we can kick it that far for sure.
Yeah. I imagine they'll wait until the play clock expires to snap it, so around 2:50. William Sterling from 25, snap bobbled, still gets it up, and it's good. That was a massive play from Roberts.
Wow. Indeed. I'm not sure how he caught it and got it down for the kick to go.
I don't know how it didn't get blocked.
Me either.
Welcome back. This game has been nothing short of incredible. 13-7, 2:53 to go. This is what you play for under the lights on Knowles Field on a Friday night. Trinity needs the end zone. St. Christopher's has been incredible defensively tonight, and that kick is going out of bounds. That's not how you want to start that off.
I think it could have been touched too.
I think maybe, but
They're not
refs
gonna
didn't see
call
it.
Yeah, they're not going to call that, I don't. It looked like the ball changed trajectory just a little bit.
Agreed.
Which would make you think that was what was going to happen. Yeah. The 35-yard line is where that ball will go.
The only points for Trinity so far came on a last-ditch carry from Davion Brown at the end of the first half. They got the ball on the 20 after a 47-yarder was missed by the Saints. And, I don't think they were expecting anything big out of it, but Brown broke it off for 80 yards with only 10 seconds to go in the half. Oh.
Okay, a legal procedure.
Interesting.
Wow.
Trinity elects for a re-kick instead of taking it at the 40. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess they really want the ball.
They're going to see it again or something like it. Well, now you could go ahead and really try to kick it high and deep.
Yeah.
Because a lot more room to get down there to chase him down. You can kick to one side of the field so you kind of pin in a little bit.
So Sterling backed up to the 35, on the ground again, and Trinity will be down at the 45. So
immediately when you get,
when the knee touches.
Yeah.
But really good starting field position for the Titans. Although that hasn't been an issue for the Saints so far. The only time Trinity scored is when they started on the 20.
And they got to have a touchdown.
Yeah.
And the extra point.
That's the big one, too. Getting in the end zone does not end the game.
Nope, it does not.
You never know what can happen when the game comes down to the right leg of the kicker.
55 yards to determine it. Titan made a good play there just to grab it and get on his knees.
Davion Brown lined up at the bottom of your screen. He's the man Trinity will want to go towards. Carson Parks in the backfield. Play fake, and something happened. I think a timeout, maybe. Coach Cleland out there talking to a ref. The play was blown dead.
Long discussion.
Yeah.
And I'm really not sure what that's about, to be honest with you.
I thought at first the Saints might have called a timeout, but that clearly wasn't the case. Only thing, maybe they did get a sideline warning earlier. Maybe that was it. Oh. Well, Saints student section was blowing some horns during the snap. That can't happen.
They're not going to allow that one.
I think that'll just make him yell all louder, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm not so sure that they're not using Brown over here on the near side of the field. It's kind of like he's just not into play this play.
Play fake, pressure coming. Pass over the middle, bobbled. Dangerous there. Deacon Scogan flirting with fire, throwing back across his body over the middle.
Flag is down, too. I think we've got a holding in the backfield. But you just looked like when you saw.
What'd they call?
Holding.
Oh, it was a chop block.
Oh,
that
block,
explains how a running back was able to stop Darius Gray from a free rush at the quarterback, because it's not going to happen if he squares up legally.
But Brown, just the way that he lined up out there and the way he started, it didn't look like he was going to be involved with the play at all. He was just a decoy on this side of the field.
That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Trinity backed up a mile. Their great starting field position now gone to waste a little bit. They'll have to get 25 here. They're at their own 30. Scogan, Gray rushing free off the edge, and he gets in there. Darius Gray was one of the ones in there. Eric Pendlebury was the other. And it turns from bad to worse for the Titans. First and 25 goes to second and 30.
Darius Gray has a different shift he can move into. I mean, he can move into just a different planet of when he makes a big play like that. He has always been able to do that.
Unbelievable player.
Yeah. I mean, been playing all night. And you
Every
say,
snap.
Where has he got that juice to make that play?
Couldn't tell you. You know, if I'm Shane Beamer watching this, I think you might think about playing him at defensive end. Gets in there again. Scogan escapes, though, and he's wrapped up. It's Edmonds. Scogan negates the sack, but maybe got an extra yard or two, but third and 24, probably not where they envisioned being, and the clock continuing to drain.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just draining. They're not touching that.
If the Saints get the ball back with about a minute left, they can just kneel it and end the game, because Trinity only has 2 timeouts.
The clock is running.
Yep.
You got to get a pass completion or something. A lot of decisions across the field as the clock continues to run. Still trying to get the play called.
It's below a minute and a half. Play clock down to 5. Trinity needs to get this off. 35 seconds bled. Rush coming. Scogan rolling. Drop by Gray. Darius Gray all over this football game. 4th and a mile and coming for the Titans.
He had some good help with the pursuit around him. Drew Pendlebury also kind of helping make a play there. There were a lot of red jerseys in the backfield. Big 4th down, under a minute to go. Good gracious, that was a big change of events there.
Darius Gray has taken over this game. The 15-yard penalty caused by him. The sack caused by him. The QB scramble instead of Scogan being able to air it out caused by him. And then another sack caused by him. Remember earlier, once again, when I said that every bad thing that happens for the offense most likely caused by Darius Gray? You're seeing a perfect example of that right here.
That's why they want him to come play at University of South Carolina.
Yeah.
They know he can play. He had a lot of choices, but
Williams-Brice Stadium has a very nice treat in store for them for the next 4 years.
They surely do, and this is 4th and too many to count. You don't have a lot of 4th and 24, 25, 26, 27.
I think the play call's got to be a screen to Brown here. I don't think they can trust the offensive line to block for long enough to get a long developing route.
You could put some more folks over in that direction, too. A little extra defensive back or 2 in that direction.
It is shaking up here in the press box. 4th and 22, game on the line. Scogan buying time, completes the pass, not enough. St. Christopher's will win the game. The defense has been so strong all night. They come up with yet another stop here, and this game is all but over.
Put this into perspective. St. Chris 5-2 coming into this game. 6-0 for Trinity. They were ranked 1 and 2 in the state. And look at what's taking place today. Only 1 touchdown on the board, and that was an 80-plus yarder right before the end of the first half. The defense has played outstanding today for St. Christopher's.
If the Saints defense plays like this, they're going to have a pretty good time against anybody.
Yeah.
This is just a suffocating performance. You know, I've watched a lot of Saints football in my lifetime. I've never seen a defensive performance like this one.
Well, Darius Gray took it into a new level,
yeah,
especially in the 4th quarter.
You know, I think having him might have had something to do with that.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
I think that guy's pretty good.
Whew, he came alive. I've seen a lot of games on this field for many years, many years. I don't remember one person taking over as much as that young man did this 4th quarter. Just unbelievable.
And Roberts will take a knee. Trinity will not even bother to stop the clock.
Have to snap it one more time for sure.
Yeah, might as well go do that. Actually, might as well wait. It doesn't matter. But what does matter, Trinity came into this game 6-0. They'll leave Knowles Field 6-1. And Davion Brown with some pushing and shoving there at the end of it But St. Christopher's has their signature win, 13-7 over Trinity. Darius Gray starred, but this defense was just suffocating. They were running the ball at will. And if they play like that, they will be very hard to beat in these final weeks of the season.
Woo! I think I aged a couple of years tonight. How about you?
What a game.
That's an outstanding win. Congratulations to the coaches and the players, and the fans had a ball tonight here as well. That's one of the best wins in a long, long time here. Really outstanding.
You know, in the past few years, there's been the storyline of they've won the games they were supposed to win, but when you have those Trinity and Benedictine matchups, they've struggled. They've proven that wrong here. An absolutely massive win, and this is one that is going to shake up the perspective on the rest of the season.
Surely will. Absolutely. And, you know, you get a win like this, and the other side of that is you get this kind of win, and all of a sudden you believe in yourselves even more now because you believe you beat a really good team tonight, which is the truth. You beat a really good football team tonight.
So that'll do it here from us at STC TV. I'm Edison Palumbi. It was so great to be back with all of you. I've been watching along all year from up at Penn State. All the current SID guys, I'm so proud of all their work, especially the leaders, Philip White, Hill Butler. They've both done a phenomenal job getting these guys to put out great streams every week. And Mr. Tarkenton, it was so good to finally get to do a game with you. We've been talking about that since I was a sophomore.
Long time. You did a great job tonight.
Thank
what
you.
A great game to call.
Could not have asked for a better game to call. So that'll do it here from us at STC TV. I'm Edison Palumbi alongside Chip Tarkenton. We thank you all for tuning in.
Good night.
Board. EB.
Elijah EB Brandon.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Either Ron or EB.
Are you gonna catch them all? EB. Yeah, it's probably EB. Maybe Ron. If Ron showed up today.
Johnson or Elijah Brandon.
EB for sure.
EB.
James Signeri. EB.
Elijah Brandon. Elijah Brandon.
Definitely EB. Ron Johnson.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Nick Parker.
Yeah, Nick Parker.
Nick Parker.
EB Brandon. EB.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
EB.
Andy.
EB. Yeah, I'd say EB.
EB.
Elijah or Ron?
EB or Ron? It was always Jaron Johnson. EB. Jaron Johnson. Every single time, bro. Who
always the last one out the locker room? Shit, me.
Just barely escaped.
Who is last? Who's always last out the locker room? Me. Each day, but EB.
Why do you call it the most one here, bro? That's gonna be like great. Ron, bro. Ron. So why am I the last guy out? I mean, it's a bad day for me. I came out late. I had the body sore. What else? And yeah, no excuse, but I'm not always the latest one out. I'll say Ron, Isaiah, Makai, or DG. Them 3 hours late. So that's it.